Welcome to Toyah and Robert's Precious Things, a few of our objects of desire for this week. And if I collapse in the middle of it, lovey, it's the heat.
Well, it's been an extraordinary week. We had to work through the two hottest days, which was just crazy, but we're grateful to be here.
We're here, and I have a very precious thing, lovey.
Tell us about it.
Right, this precious thing came in from Seattle in the store where Bill Rieflin was keeping King Crimson equipment. It came in from the store, and just yesterday I opened a case and found this.
So tell us the make.
This is the very first line of Roland synthesizer guitars that were analog synths, which came on the market in 1980.
Oh my goodness.
And this is the guitar I used with King Crimson between 1981 and 1984. The Adrian, Bobby, Billy, and Tony formation. This is the guitar I played on the Discipline album, the Beat album, and Three of the Perfect Pair. This, if you have the Discipline record, there we are. This was Sheltering Sky, this was Elephant Talk, this was Sailor and Gingeet, and a few of the other classics from that album. And it is intact bar one string. The first string broke from some years in storage. I haven't used this professionally since 1984, but it's a very good guitar made by Ibanez for Roland. I still have a few of the original GR300 little blue boxes that you plug into it. Whether or not those come out, I don't know, but as a guitar, this is very precious to me.
So those strings are from 1984?
Yeah, I would think they are.
And there's not any rust or anything?
Well, we'll put them in the dungeon and see what happens.
That's amazing. Thank you. That was brilliant.
You have something on your hands that makes me wonder.
Okay, I have a pretty strange object of desire, and it's a bit of a travel log. In 2008, I travelled to China with Danny Minogue, Kylie's sister, with Olivia Newton-John, and a group of fundraisers from the UK and from Australia, and we were raising money for Olivia Newton-John to build her cancer hospital in Australia. We were treated incredibly well in China, and we had to take 5 flights along the Great Wall, and we ended up in the Gobi Desert, which for me was a life-changing experience. Firstly, to meet Mongolian people who have never seen a white person. I discovered that they call us ghosts because we have no pigmentation in our skin as such. And when I met my first group of Mongolian tribesmen, they couldn't stop laughing. And I asked the interpreter, why were they laughing? And he said, because you're so ugly. And I just found this so endearing. It was absolutely brilliant. So at the beginning of the Great Wall of China in Mongolia towards Old Tibet, it's only made of straw and mud, and it's completely disintegrating, and it's just there in desert. And all around this desert is red rock, which is vermilion, cinnabar. Now, cinnabar is believed to be, even in rock form, incredibly toxic, but it really becomes toxic when it's ground down and all the mercury components within it leak out as an oil. So I've kept this locked up. I picked this up for Bill Rieflin in the Gobi Desert. I got it back to the UK, and this is pure cinnabar, vermilion. It is everywhere in the Gobi Desert, absolutely everywhere, and I'm not sure why, because it has to be mined. But then I looked it up and learned that it is highly toxic and unstable once it's crushed, but you can actually wear cinnabar as a piece of jewellery and a pendant. It's more stable in its rock form, but I just did not want to risk this anywhere near you. So this is from the Gobi Desert near Old Tibet. I picked it up, brought it back to the UK, and I just kept it locked up and safe and nowhere near human hands. You know, and there is a slight oil residue on it. Where are we? We're 14 years later. So I just wanted to show it you, and it's now going to get locked up, and we're going to wash our hands.
I haven't seen this before, but I do remember that when you were in the Gobi Desert, I was in Las Vegas.
Yes.
With my sister Patricia speaking. Wow, little lovey, that is astonishing.
Everywhere we went in China, the local people would come out in national dress and would sing and dance for us, and they fed us. And what was so moving, we were given feasts about every 2 days, and we travelled a lot. And the generosity, because these were not wealthy people, and we handed out the money we brought, but we're not sure how useful it was to them. But their generosity was breathtaking, absolutely breathtaking. And I saw the most beautiful places. I also saw complete cities that were empty. They were building cities but didn't have the population at that time to live in them. And just the most amazing kind of juxtapositions of wealth and poverty going on, and an incredibly rich heritage. I was very grateful to be there.
Wow.
So that was my precious object.
All right, well, there we are. 2 precious objects for our chums this week. This from me and that from T.
For tomorrow's Sunday lunch, we go back to our school days. What more can I say?
How about goodbye for now, chums out there?
Stay safe, stay cool. Lots of love from Toyah.
And from Robert.